What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today we're going to talk about the silent M4 buff. So basically it's a shadow buff, kind of like what the Switchblade and the KSP received. Well, the KSP received a nerf, but there were other changes to that mini update that we weren't aware of until a little bit later on. Remember, I did make a few back-to-back videos on the shadow changes for the KSP as well as the Switchblade. The Switchblade got the buff, the KSP got the nerf, but they did say in Leakers on Duty before I fell asleep that, you know, there were a few more weapons that received changes, but I was already tired. It was like 7 in the morning. So like after I woke up, I looked at the changes and I figured out what actually did change. So for the M4, this one is actually a pretty decent change. So as you guys know, I did make a video last week about the M4 being a pretty decent weapon, but you know, the further changes that were made did improve it a little bit further. I have been enjoying the weapon a little bit more. I did change the class up a little bit this time around because with the, I don't know, the build I've been using with like the suppressor wasn't really doing it for me, especially in medium to long ranges, because I couldn't really control it that well. I want something that's stable, something that's, I guess, decently fast, but I don't want it to be just jumping all over the place. But have I mentioned how beautiful Ether Crystal looks like on the breakup skin? I mean, it's crazy good. So I'll admit the M4 has come a long way, but there is one unfortunate truth about it, which I'll get into at the end of the video. But let's actually discuss the changes that were made to the M4. So one of the major changes is pretty much the range of the weapon. So the first range that had the damage values of 35 to the head, chest, arms would be 27, and the rest of the body be 25. That actually got doubled. So now it goes up to 14 meters. And then after that, it goes up to 22 meters before it loses its 4-shot potential. While these changes are cool, it doesn't really change the fact that like the range itself overall did not really get extended too much. If anything, the overall range got increased by 2 meters. So back then you could only 4-shot up to 20 meters. Now it got increased to 22 meters. So that's the real change. Like I said, it doesn't matter that the first range got doubled, because either way you're still going to have the same overall range. But another key change that they did make was actually the base ADS time. So it went from 0.26 seconds to 0.24. It does increase it a little bit. I have noticed somewhat of a change, and it was actually for a good reason, because the M4 is kind of known to have some pretty heavy attachments. If you look at the Ranger or even the Marksman barrel, they are pretty heavy. I mean, I think the Marksman's like 17%, but you do lose out on a lot of movement speed. So it's nice that they kind of increase the ADS time to kind of compensate for the heaviness. So if you're a person like me that runs the Marksman barrel with no stock, it's going to be a lot lighter. Before, it felt extremely heavy. So now that we got all that out of the way, because those were really the only 2 changes, we had to talk about the unfortunate truth. So yes, the M4 has been shit for a long time, and it's nice that it's been getting a lot of changes. But keep in mind, this is a starting gun. So the moment that you make a new profile or anything, any new player that comes in, this is going to be the first weapon that they're going to use, because of the tutorial mode. So the thing is that they can't really buff it to the point where it can actually 4-shot more consistently, or, you know, maybe even 3-shot, because let's be honest, if that would happen, then all the new players would just stick to this gun. So unfortunately, they can't really change it too much. I mean, yes, it's far more improved than before, and a lot of people have said, even Leakers on Duty have stated that if it was this powerful about a year ago, yeah, it would have been a meta gun. But of course, unfortunately, that can't be the case, unless maybe sometime in the future they add a signature attachment for the M4 that could actually make it viable, or a lot more viable, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna. I don't think it's ever really gonna be part of a meta. But really, it is what it is. I mean, it's still a fun gun to use, but if you're like in serious situations where you're against a whole team of tryhards, don't really expect much. I mean, in team deathmatch, maybe you could have better chances of getting a victory, but hardpoint domination, I doubt it. So anyways, here is the class setup that I have for you guys. This is my non-suppressor class setup. The Marksman barrel, no stock, OWC laser, 50 round extended, as well as rubberized grip tape for, you know, that maximum stability. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mode content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.